Okay, here's the dreaded F to B flat maneuver that are in songs like Believe in Yourself. Okay? So let's do F first. And if you can do an F, you can actually do a B flat. Okay. Eventually, it's nice if you can do a B flat like this, which is barred, because then you can do a B flat minor or a B flat 7. Okay? But let's just talk about B flat first. Okay. So to make an F, you're going to put your first finger on the first fret of the second string. That's your E string. So that makes the F note. And then with your second finger, you put it on the second fret of the fourth string, the G string, which makes it an A. So it goes. There's your F chord, right? Okay. So to go from F to B flat, first of all, when you're doing a song like Believe in Yourself, okay, and you want to play it, first of all, that changes very, very fast. So you have to kind of give yourself a training break to get it where you can go from F to B flat smoothly and relatively efficiently. So the first part of going from F to B flat is we're just going to deal with this finger, this guy right here. So it's on the first fret of the second string, playing the F note, and what you're going to do is you're going to flatten it down and play these two notes. Okay? Because that becomes part of a B flat. So just, let's do from this, just do F, flatten. The other thing is I would approach it more from an angle than straight on, where you're parallel with the strings. That comes into place when you're barring, but for right now, you're doing a partial bar, okay? So from the F, what you're going to do, these two fingers are going to stay out of it for a minute. This finger flattens, then this guy is going to come one string down. So it's going to come from the G string, where you're playing that A note, into the C string, where you're playing the second fret. That's your D note. So just this. Just try that. Don't even worry about this finger yet. Ready? So flatten that guy out. Play this. And only press as hard as you need to press to get sound. Don't think you have to have a death grip on the ukulele. Make sure your thumb isn't here or necessarily here. Have it kind of behind the neck of the ukulele, okay? So we're going to go just from here to flatten and skip this little guy down, which is a legit chord. That's G minor 7. It's also B flat 6th. Okay, so it's actually a B flat chord. So let's do it again. F, and flatten and skip down. Okay, got it? All right. So now you're going to add this finger. Okay, so if we go from F and we flatten down and we skip down, then we add this guy onto the third string, the third fret of the G string, which is the B flat note. And there's your B flat chord. Okay, as a little exercise, before you even start practicing the skip from F to B flat, is just to practice getting your fingers B flatting. So keep your fingers off the ukulele so you get that nice muted sound, and just gently press down and lift off, and press down and lift off, and press down and lift off, and press down and lift off. Kind of like B flat push-ups, okay? And I'll put up another video as to B flat is a movable chord, because any chord where you cover all four strings is a movable chord, all right? But we'll talk about that later. So let's go back to F. Just kind of strum it. Don't do any heavy lifting. Don't worry about strums. Don't worry about anything. We're worried about this right now. Flatten, pop down, and pop up with that ring finger. Okay? So what you want to do when you're practicing what could be potentially a difficult or a challenging maneuver from one chord to the next chord is you do it super slow, okay? And I think what happens a lot of times with a song like Ziggy Marley's Believe in Yourself is people listen to it, they go, oh, that's a great little song, that's super. But in many ways that song is sort of complicated because you're going from F to B flat very quickly, plus you add in strums that can be difficult or complex. So the most important thing is to stay on the beat. So if all you ever do is, whoops, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, give me a break. If that's all you ever do is this, you're doing great. Okay, so when you're practicing difficult changes, you do it super slow. Reason why you do it super slow is because that gives your brain a chance to absorb it, and it also builds muscle memory in your hand. And don't forget to play your ukulele not like this, but to play it basically at 2 o'clock, so it's at an angle, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go F, at 1, 2, 3, 4, then flatten and get there, 2, 3, 4. And you're just going to go back and forth on a 4 count from F to B flat, okay? And the other thing you want to remember is you don't want to have this incredible amount of tension in your hands. You don't have to. These aren't steel strings. You're not playing like a banjo, which is hard to play. And there's always a gap. Like some people think that it has to be totally instantaneous. Boom. There's always a little gap when you're rearranging your hands on any chord, and even when you're going from C to F, there's still a rearrangement of fingers. So there's always going to be that little gap. It's just really important to stay on the beat. So one more time, we're going to do F 4 times to B flat 4 times to F 4 times to B flat, just 2 times, okay? So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, flatten and pop, 2, 3, 4, and come back to F, 2, 3, 4, B flat, 2, 3, 4, okay? So if you do this just a couple of times every single day, you'll get it. Will it be perfect and clean every time? No. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't say, oh my God, I have to get this. I'm doing this song. The group's doing this song. I have to get this. I just have to be perfect. It's a process, guys. You don't have to be perfect. It's a process. It's progress, not perfection. And you'll get it. You really will. So I'll see you next time, and thanks, and just keep practicing that little until. But be kind to yourself, be patient to yourself, and take your time doing this, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a great day.